Hey guys, as promised, here I am again. Hello. Still sticking with the Audrii Cunningham story. So there is going to be an update apparently in about 5 minutes time. So this is coming to you from, I've got so many windows open right now. KHOU 11. Officials expected to give an update on the search, and these guys are going to stream it. So I've got a bunch of things open. I've got their web page open, I've got their Facebook page open, and I've got their YouTube open. So there's that. There is that. Okay. All right. So KHOU 11 says that we've got 9 minutes to wait. No, it doesn't look good. So I'll keep that going in the background. If we get a better stream, if anybody else goes live, like Grizzy Hood News, she's there today. She gets really good audio. She gets really close to them and gets really good audio. I watched the press conferences yesterday on Grizzy streaming to Facebook from her phone, and she got better audio than the actual news did. Windy and cold in East Texas. Yeah, I've been watching the footage from Livingston, and it's very windy and raining and just not good news. Not good news for the search. However, while we wait for the presser, there's so much going on right now on this Facebook group. This Facebook group has consumed my life. We're getting these kind of things now. This is apparently from a local. This is posted to the Facebook group, but it was on Reddit, so someone's took a screenshot from Reddit. She's dead. It's not in the media yet, but I'm local. They have specific details and are looking for her body right now. However, people were saying that the whole of yesterday, that they'd found a body, that whatever. So this person, though, says the specific details, but not comfortable posting because it's not yet been released to the media. So we'll see how reliable this particular person was. But there's a lot going on. A lot going on. All sorts of stuff about Dad, whether Dad's home, whether Dad's still on the boat. This as well is not confirmed, but people are saying the coroner has been called to the area. They're searching on the police scanner. I really hope not. So there's a lot going on right now. We are Dust. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Secret Agents Club. Thank you. Purple Agent, yes. Watch my previous live, but in short, Stephen McDougall was arrested last night for aggravated assault with a weapon, but we don't know whether it's related to Audrey's case or not. So if you watch my live stream from this afternoon, you'll get the full details. We don't know. This is just what someone's saying on the Facebook groups. Look, what they were saying on the Facebook groups all of yesterday was that a body had been found. So I'm not going to speculate on the potential accuracy of any of these things because you just never know. But it looks like we're going to get a live stream very, very soon So this is KHOU11. I'll put a link to this in the chat just in case you want to go and watch this directly from there. But if you want to stay here and join with me, then you are very, very welcome. I wouldn't be live otherwise, would I? I'd be watching it on my own in my room, quietly. Oh, thanks, Jerry. I speculate with the best of them, but I just make it very, very clear. There's nothing wrong with speculation when there's something, you know, new and there's no idea what's going on. Speculation's natural. However, the issue is when it's not clear what's speculation and what's fact, and people just get lost. So if you do speculate, you have to be extremely clear that this is just an opinion or a speculation. So I hope I do make that distinction very clear when I'm talking about cases, because I theorize, I have theories just about every case I'm following. But in this case, it just, everything strikes me as really wrong in this case. Yes, Texas Equisearch are there. They are. Texas Equisearch have been there since 6 a.m. There's been, they were searching downstream of the dam. So where they were the whole of yesterday, the dam is, I might as well just get the map up actually. Hold on. Livingston Lake. Here we go. All right, so this is where they were the whole of yesterday, around this area at Livingstone Dam. Now, there was a very obvious, clear reason why they were there, what had led them there. But today, they've been searching downstream. So this is the lake, which is just huge. I mean, it's huge. And then you've got the dam, and then you've got the Trinity River, which eventually feeds into the ocean. So this is downstream. This is going downstream. And they were on these bridges, like there was people on these bridges. So you can see the dam there. So they were downstream of here earlier on. The FBI were there collecting stuff. So Grizzly Hood News kept going live, like going from location to location. And she, FBI, down, it was down at a creek. So it must be a creek off the Trinity River and with bags. So there's been a lot going on, a great deal going on, a great deal of speculation, but also a great deal of work by the people who matter. By the people who matter. T-Love, member for 24 months, 2 whole years. Thank you so much. Yeah, so have I. Bad feeling from the start. Yeah. I don't think this is going to be a happy ending. I just so hope that the gut feeling I've had right from the start is wrong, and they found her, and they found her alive. But don't know. I don't know. Lots of creeks feed into the Trinity. It was the...
CES, and I'm from Crockett, Texas. I do a little bit of independent journalism there in Crockett, Texas. I run a pretty decent-sized Facebook page there.
What was that all about? What happened there? Who was that guy? Who was that guy? Electric, thank you so much for the $1.99. Thank you. I've no idea what just happened there. I've no idea what just happened there. I'll see if they're live on Facebook. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. What is it? KHOU. What was it? I'm not good at having lots of windows open at the same time. It confuses me. No, it's the same. It's the same on their Facebook as well. Dude told law enforcement he went to the dam after dropping Audrii at the bus stop. Yeah, apparently he said he went fishing. Live stream keeps going down. Independent journalist is reporting what he saw, what law enforcement brought, when law enforcement brought Steve to the creek. So... hold on, I'll see if Grizzy Hood News is live. Grizzy's Hood News. She is live, but I don't know. Where's my volume?
River, and they were seeing him, with officials out there. So yeah, friends, let me be right back. I gotta charge one of my pieces of equipment here. I'll be back. This is Grizzy right here in front of the Liberty County Judicial Center. I'll be right back, folks.
Something's going down. Something serious is going down. So this is KHOU on YouTube. This is them on Facebook. And Grizzy's gone to charge her stuff. So we're not missing anything. But there's something going down here. No, they're apparently not at the same location anymore. I'm going to see if there's any news on Twitter. Anything new on Twitter? So anybody knows anything that's going on? So Greasy's Hood News live at Port County. So that's what we've just seen. So I guess I hate waiting. Yeah, in the meantime, hit the thumbs up. Yes, they were meant to be giving a press conference at 2 p.m. Central. But they're running late by the looks of things. I've got all the things open. I've got them on YouTube. I've got them on Facebook. And I've also got Greasy's Hood News open on Facebook as well. So we're not missing anything. Everything's just running late. Actually, I'll just change my banner so that people know. And we'll have that one on. Okay. Time zones are a pain in the arse, yeah. I think it's going to be bad news as well. As part of keyboard ASMR while we wait. I'm the most impatient person in the history of... I can't wait in a queue or anything. I have to barge to the front. Come on, what's going down here? It's 2.3k people watching on Facebook. Watching this live stream will begin momentarily. Oh, Grizzly's back live. Hold on.
What it is? I mean, I kind of do.
I'm getting you live without your face.
You're fine. Okay. I kind of do the same thing that you do in Houston County in Crockett.
So
my following's not near as big. My following's about 11,000. Yeah, because this is because I mean I'm in rural, so I mean I have 11,000 or so followers in our county of just under 25,000 people. So I do the same thing.
Can you state to the people like right now what what you saw?
So what I come across was I pulled into the public boat ramp down on 59 at the Trinity River, and there was no vehicles there except what I assumed to be EquiSearch. And as we were pulling out, DPS officers and sheriff's deputies pulled in. They parked. They got the suspect or whatever, McDougal out of the vehicle, and they walked towards the river. At that point, a police officer that was in the DPS car came over to us and asked us to move out of the way. At that point, we moved out of the way. We managed to get one short video, and then we went back up towards 59 on the boat ramp driveway, I guess. I'm not real familiar with what the terminology is on that.
Okay.
And then we sat there for a few minutes. I managed to get just a couple small, not very good quality pictures, and then they all left. And then I lost them whenever they got back on 59 to head towards Livingston.
So y'all saw him bald-headed man with what was he wearing? Like orange? He was wearing stripes. Stripes. Okay.
Yeah, he was wearing stripes and shorts.
Okay, stripes and shorts.
Yeah. Okay. But we did see him, and I mean we didn't realize that anything was going to happen at that point down there because there was nothing. There was nobody there. There wasn't a single person there that looked like they were doing anything, and we just happened to be at that location. I mean, we couldn't see what he was doing. They had a vehicle blocking where he was at, and then we were probably at that point an eighth of a mile away from where they got him out of the vehicle because we didn't want to be in the way.
Can you say your name?
My name's Miguel Benavides.
Okay, and you're kind of an independent.
I'm kind of an independent journalist.
Oh, so I can put you on here?
Yeah, you're fine. You
Hey, we got a hood news peep that just saw McDougal off of the side of 59 over the Trinity River Bridge, and he saw the inmate, in shackles, pointing out towards something. We don't know yet, you guys.
Yeah, that's what happened. They asked us to move, so we got out of the way. That way, we weren't in the middle of anything that was happening at that point. We wanted to make sure that we were out of the way because I know, like how the First Amendment stuff goes, you're free to video and all that stuff.
Yeah.
As you see fit, as long as you don't interfere with any kind of investigation. And they were down there for less than 5 minutes, and then after that point, they all got back into the vehicles and headed back up towards 59 to come back towards Livingston, and at that we lost them.
Man, thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Hood News Peeps, we're right here in front of the Polk County Judicial Building. We heard from Miguel, and he runs a page too. I'm gonna plug him in right now too. But we're here in front of the Polk County Judicial Center. We have better signal here, so thank goodness nothing's gonna cut off. Hi. Nothing's gonna cut off, and we're just hoping to get more information about what's going on out here, what new developments. Stay tuned, friends. I'll be going back live. I just wanted to share somebody's account, of what they saw right now, as far as McDougal. And so we were able to talk to a Hood News Peep. Let me go, friends. We're gonna go live back again, okay? Hold on.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Grab this mic real quick.
Hold on, friends. Let me mic up real quick. Hold on, friends. Hold on.
I'm like, okay. Will there be questions? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just have you say and spell your first and last name for us.
Okay, my name is Miguel. It's Miguel, and the last name is Benavides. It's Benavides, and I'm from Crockett, Texas. I do a little bit of independent journalism there in Crockett, Texas. I run a pretty decent sized Facebook page there, and we do follow some news sources kind of randomly. This one here is relatively close to home. I think I drove a little over an hour to get here from Crockett. So we got here not really knowing where anything was going on or where anything was happening, and we ended up at the Trinity River on 59, and there wasn't anybody there. And so as we were turning around, the only thing that we did see was a Jeep that looked like they were dropping like a flat bottom boat into the river, which I assume would be like EquiSearch or maybe some other independent people that were searching. And we just weren't real sure. And so we were actually starting to head out. And then DPS officers, the sheriff's deputy, I believe in an SUV and maybe a couple other vehicles had pulled in, and we stopped just to kind of see what was going on at that point. And then we watched them get McDougal out of the vehicle. He was in stripes, shorts, and boots, and got a very, very short video that we have posted onto the search group, the Audrii search group. And the officer that was in the passenger seat of the DPS vehicle asked us to move out of the way. So at that point, we moved out of the way, but we got far enough where we weren't in the middle of anything or interfered with anything. And we sat there, got a picture from kind of the back of the car. And then after just a couple minutes of them having him out of the vehicle, they got back into their vehicles, and then they left. And we pulled out a little ways behind him, but we lost him in traffic coming back towards Livingston.
So he was in shackles? I'm talking about on his wrist?
I couldn't get that big of that close, where I could see. I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything, so I wasn't paying that much attention. But I mean, I did see what was the guy.
Mm-hmm. As a story that's impacted not only this community, but across the area, how important is it for you to just stay on top of this and follow this and hope for a positive end result?
Well, you don't really realize the things that affect the people until it affects you very close to home. Now, I'm not from Polk County, but I am from not far from Polk County. So this is probably one of the biggest news stories that this area here has had in a while.
Definitely I guess sad would be an understatement of how this feels for you right now.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very sad situation. I mean, I have 7 nieces and nephews. I couldn't imagine what the family's going through, and then all the things that aren't answered at this point. And somebody out there knows something. Absolutely, somebody out there in the world knows something.
What do you believe they were out there doing with him? Questioning him?
I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but I would what I would think is maybe maybe he is finally ready to talk. If he is the actual guilty party, maybe he's ready at that point to say exactly what it is that's going on. Where maybe he said hey, this is where something's happened or whatever, but I can't make those assumptions for him. I can't answer that for them.
Miguel?
It's Miguel Benavides.
Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you.
Hey, can I get your name again?
Yeah, it's Miguel. It's MIG.
All right, that's Miguel. That's a Hood News Pete, man. He called me, and I got angry because I'm getting all these calls from people. But what was happening is that people were seeing McDougal on the freeway. On the side of 59 bridge over Trinity River, and they were seeing him, with officials out there. So yeah, friends, let me be right back. I gotta charge one of my pieces of equipment here. I'll be back. This is Grizzy right here in front of the Liberty County Judicial Center. I'll be right back, folks.
Okay, well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. So we still have this on KHOU 11. And we still have this on Facebook. So that was Grizzy's Hood News. She covers a bunch of stories in Texas. She goes all over. So that was her live talking to someone called Miguel, who just happened to be there at the dam and saw the cops with Stephen McDougal. So it sounds a lot like he's made some kind of confession. I'm reading between the lines. So no, that wasn't the presser. That was just somebody telling the press what he saw, because there's a bunch of reporters out there. So we're now a little bit in limbo. I'm going to find whatever it's called, KHOU on Twitter and see if they've updated anything. No, we're still getting that same message. So whether KH, whoever they are, got things wrong, it is tense. Lip-locked, it is very tense. No, right, Jerry, no. The Amber Alert said that she was last seen in the 100 block of Lakeside Drive, Livingston, which is where she lives, at 7 a.m. on Thursday. She wasn't on the way to get on the school bus at all. Stephen McDougal was the person who told the cops that she went for the school bus. And in my opinion, that was bogus. In my opinion. But I went through all of that on my live stream this afternoon. So officially, yeah, on the Amber Alert, it says she was last seen outside of her home or at her home at 7 a.m. But there's a whole backstory as to why I and many other people believe that that was a bogus story. But then last night at 11:50 Texas time, he was arrested for aggravated assault. And then, yeah, Olwen, yeah, so you were in the live this afternoon. what one news channel said late last night was that they wanted, actually, I'll pull it up if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I think it might be this one.
And help.
Okay, so this was from very late last night. This is KPRC News. And they showed this map that authorities wanted people in the area to study. And if you lived anywhere on this map, on this route, on this red area, they wanted your dash cam, any cameras at all, ring cameras, trail cameras, anything. They wanted cameras from 3 a.m. on Thursday. So they knew that he was out and about in the night. And they also gave his vehicle, which is a Chevy Suburban, as the vehicle of interest. So if you just listen to what this guy said.
For the time after 3 a.m. yesterday, the road itself, officers, law enforcement today confirming they want people to check it, specifically for the time after 3 a.m. yesterday morning. Now take a closer look.
So after 3 a.m. yesterday morning. So this was Friday. Oh, we're on. Right, I'm going to mute out here. Okay.
Yeah. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3. Is that good? Good afternoon. I appreciate your patience and everybody coming here today. My name is Lieutenant Craig Cummings, CRAIG CUMMINGS, a spokesperson with Texas Department of Public Safety. And today we're here to provide updates on the search for Audrii Cunningham, the 11-year-old who went missing on Thursday. I'm here joined by the Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton, as well as members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Lieutenant Craig Finnegan. And I also want to make the mention that we have countless investigators and analysts that are out here assisting as well in multiple locations throughout the county and throughout the area looking for Audrii. Sheriff Lyons was not able to be here this afternoon, but I want to reiterate he is actively engaged in marshaling the resources that are needed to bring Audrii home. He did ask me to thank all of the volunteers who have been so helpful during this, all the businesses that have been just nothing but exceptional. The dive teams who make cold out here, all the investigators, the Texas Rangers, the FBI, also the FBI as victim specialists who have been with the family. Also want to thank the District Attorney's Office and EquiSearch as well, who is out here. I can say last night that investigators searched several locations throughout the area looking for Audrii. Unfortunately, they did not find her. That's the reason why the search continues this morning. This investigation is very fluid. However, I can say that we ended up identifying a backpack yesterday at the dam that is consistent with that belonging to a child. And so we are going through those contents right now to evaluate what's in that. And although I mentioned yesterday, we have persons of interest. Today, I want to announce that we have one main one main person that we are looking at right now as a person of interest, and that is Don Stephen McDougal, 42 of Livingston. He was arrested yesterday for an unrelated aggravated assault charge. In furtherance of this investigation, we're asking for the public to call the Polk County Sheriff's Office or use our iWatch Texas app to report seeing the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban that we put out on X this morning. That is McDougal's vehicle. So anyone that saw that vehicle on Thursday or Friday, we're asking that you call the Polk County Sheriff's Office, use the iWatch Texas app, and report what you saw to investigators. I also want to announce that we are very thankful for the Polk County Crime Stoppers for offering a $7,000 reward for tips leading to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrey's disappearance. And these tips can be anonymous. I also want to say that we are hopeful that we can bring Audrey home alive, and that's what we are absolutely working for right now. But based on the evidence that we've got, we understand that foul play is a factor as well. So with that, I open it up for questions.
Lieutenant, why was McDougal taken to the 59 grave?
That's part of the ongoing investigation right now. Our investigators remain absolutely committed to finding Audrey. And so I don't want to get into those investigative efforts, but they're absolutely ongoing. I'm not sure where it was found. Our investigators are looking through that now, but we do know it was right down there in the dam and it was wet.
You mentioned that you all found it near the dam. About the area by the marina, how closely related is that to the search site over by the community?
So where we did the press conference yesterday, the bag was found down there by the river there.
Any additional evidence found along the Trinity River 59 that you might think is good?
We're not giving out additional information on that right now. Again, we are looking at this as a criminal investigation as well. And so we have to protect the integrity of that. And again, I want to reiterate, our sincere hope is that we bring Audrey home. So anyone who has information, who has seen that vehicle, the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban, please call investigators and give us your information.
Is McDougal cooperating with you all?
I would say that there are times, but I don't want to get farther into that right now. Our investigators have done a great job in doing what they do best, which is uncovering the facts that leading them to draw conclusions, and that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Do you all have control of that vehicle right now, or is it still out in the weekend?
No, we have control of it.
Is McDougal still in custody?
Yes. Yeah. He was arrested last night on the unrelated aggravated assault charge.
So on a more, I guess, personal level, the scale of something like this has to be a tough one for law enforcement, for the community. Talk a little bit about how you all are holding up and how you guys are using this cause to kind of push you forward in this work.
You know, I think that brings up a great point. Everybody is committed. They realize that Audrey was loved by so many folks, and that is the driving force for us to get answers to bring her home. But it certainly resonates through the law enforcement community. Many of us have kids on how this can happen. And so we are working exceptionally hard. Investigators from many agencies that are out here and nonprofits that are out here to bring Audrey home.
Can you shed any light on the timeline between the time that the father was notified that she was not in school and the reports actually made?
We can say that about 5:30 on Thursday is when she was reported missing. I don't want to get any further details than that. I want to protect this investigation so that our investigators can do what they do best.
Does it still hold true that she never made it to school or out with us?
Right. Yeah. She did not make it to school. That was the reason why the father, the family became very concerned when she did not get off the bus.
Sir, it's going to start getting darker in a few more hours. Until what time are you guys going to be actively searching for Audrey?
We were actively searching throughout the night last night. And so I would surmise that if the evidence is driving us that far, the investigators that we've got are dogged. They are absolutely committed to finding Audrey. And so if there's a reason to be out here at night, that's exactly what they're going to be doing.
Were there any
There were other items that were found, but we're not getting into what those items were. That's all part of the investigative effort that we've got ongoing right now. With that, I don't want to get any farther than that. That's certainly, we're looking at all factors. And so our primary focus and hope is that we bring Audrii safely home. But we also realize that foul play may be a factor. So we're just considering that in light of the Crime Stoppers reward. So that's where we're at right now. But I want to thank everybody for being here. We will continue to provide updates on X. If more information becomes available, we'll certainly hold another press conference to keep the public and y'all informed. Again, thank you for being here.
Okay. So they haven't found her, but there is one main suspect. Surprise, surprise. Stephen McDougall. So the charge that they've got him on is unrelated, but they've got him right where they need him. And what else? I saw a bunch of you pick up on what I picked up on. She was loved, past tense. So in my opinion, they believe that she's no longer alive, but they obviously have to, until that's confirmed, they obviously have to remain open-minded, because there's always that possibility that she is alive and he's been holding her somewhere. But if she's been holed up somewhere and he's in jail, well, he's going to either have to say where she is and tell cops where to get her, or she's going to die because she's not going to have any water soon. So, yeah, that was something that's gone round, yeah. But I'm not going to get into any speculation right at this moment. There's a lot been said on the Facebook group. There's a lot that's come out since I was live a few hours ago, but a lot of it is just speculation, and you don't know whether to believe one person over another or whatever. So I'd rather just get my information from law enforcement at this moment in time. But there's all sorts. I even showed some of the posts on the Facebook group earlier. And I'll do it again if you want, but hold on. I mean, there's all sorts coming out here. Come on, catch up. Does Facebook do this to you sometimes? It does it to me all the time. Like, it takes ages to catch up. Here we go. So that was the FBI. That was the FBI people down by one of the creeks off Trinity River. It is a very fluid situation. So I think what some people are saying is, you know, they're not deliberately trolling or spreading deliberate misinformation. It's just a game of telephone. So we heard Grizzy talking to Miguel. Oh, Cassie Matthews has been she's written a massive essay all about the family. I mean, oh wow. I'm not going to read it all today. I might read it tomorrow. But where is he? Where is he? Oh, that's from ages ago. I hate Facebook. Why does Facebook do that? It doesn't give you the newest posts. Hold on. Newest activity. All right. That's not the newest activity. What is this all? I hate Facebook so much. I hate them. New posts. All right. I know my aunt may know where Audrii is. Okay, whatever. Listening to police scanner. Wide public safety. All right. Hold on. All right, so that's the Chevy Suburban. The tag is A585, whatever that is, 63. But it is Stephen McDougall's. We know it's Stephen McDougall's. That was when Grizzy was live. Ain't looking good at all. It certainly isn't. Okay, what they're doing there? No idea.
They're fixing it for the climber. They're fixing it for the climber. They're fixing it for the climber.
Why'd you bother going live for like 2 seconds? What's all that about? Oh, that's Miguel. Oh, he said, yeah, that was when they saw McDougall. But
They're fixing it for the climber.
can we see him there? No, I can't see him there. There's been stuff posted on here this afternoon from Reddit. And this person who posted on Reddit, who is apparently a local. So this is the type of speculation that's going round. She's dead. It's not in the media yet, but I'm local. They have specific details and are looking for a body right now. I have the specific details, but not comfortable posting because it's not yet been released to the media. They know exactly what they are looking for and where what they are looking for will make sense once it's released, unfortunately, if they can provide how she was found. So no idea whether that's going to be borne out to be truthful in any way, shape or form, but it's my opinion that they are on a recovery rather than a rescue. But the fact that they've got him in jail is good news. It was true because there was lots and lots of speculation yesterday about them finding her backpack. So they have now confirmed that yesterday they found a backpack. They've also found some other items. So I think they believe she's in the water. But you've got to understand just how expansive this water is. And as I always say with water searches, it's not like a ground search. Not like a ground search at all. Because on a ground search, once you've cleared one area, you're done. Right? As long as somebody doesn't come and, plant some evidence in the place where you've already searched, you're done. In that area, you can tick it off your grid. Whereas in water, you can't because water moves. So this is where they were yesterday at the dam. And this is where that Miguel guy said that he saw them with McDougall in this area. So that's the dam. This is the lake, which is huge. Huge. But I think they think she's in the river because they said they found her backpack in the dam. And then today they've been downstream. They were at this bridge area. And then this river eventually makes it out into the ocean. If you follow it down, which I did earlier, it goes down past Houston and it comes out in the ocean. So the water is flowing south. So if they believe she's in the river, then they're going to be working their way downstream. Now, it's always possible she isn't in the river and that he threw her body in the lake. Now, if he has, that will be an easier recovery because she'll stay by the shoreline unless he's gone out in a boat, which there's no one has given any suggestion that he has a boat. She'll stay by the shore. Whereas in a river, because it's moving, then they'll have to start working downstream. And this isn't a small river. And the fact that it's very windy, it's choppy, that's the state of the river. So it's not a small river. This is fast flowing. The weather's been really bad. I'm guessing with the weather being cold, it keeps the gator activity down. I'm guessing because they're reptiles. Like they're sluggish when it's cold, aren't they? So this is the area that we're looking at. So between this bridge and this dam. Yeah, she lived with him. So it's Dad, who's called Joshua, and Grandma, so Dad's mother, who have custody. Stephen McDougall looks after. He apparently lives in a trailer behind the house. This is all alleged. And he looks after Audrey. Dad, Joshua, works on boats, so he's away for like weeks at a time. Grandma, where on earth is Grandma? Look, I'm not the only person asking. Where are you, Grandma? Tabitha, where are you? So Stephen McDougall is now tasked with looking after 11-year-old Audrey. And this dude has a rap sheet going back all the way to the 1990s for assaults, weapons offences, drug offences. He got done for enticing a child, which isn't, I looked it up, it's not a sexual offence. It's to do with enticing a child in relation to some kind of custody or something. That's why he's not on the sex offenders register. So I'm going to show you enticing a child, Texas law. Okay. Enticing a child, a person commits an offence if, with the intent to interfere with the lawful custody of a child younger than 18 years, he knowingly entices, persuades, or takes the child from the custody of the parent or guardian or person standing in the stead of the person or guardian of such child. So it's to do with custody. So I don't know whether he kidnapped one of his own kids. I have no idea. But that's what enticing a child is. But just because he's not a pedo doesn't make him a suitable standing guardian, in my opinion. Because this guy has got so many. He's got felonies. He's got misdemeanors. he's just a bad guy. He's a bad guy. Why would you let him look after your kid? Once again, where is Grandma? Where is Grandma? Does Audrey have a sibling? She does. She has a younger sister, but I think they have different dads. It was enticing and something else you can't remember. I did find, hold on, just 1 second. Let me go and get my phone. Please hold, because I've saved it on my phone, so I'll have to move it over. All right, so actually, it might have saved in my iCloud. No, it hasn't. Okay, please hold. I'll be 2 seconds, literally. All right, I'm back. Okay, I'm just gonna transfer this. It keeps trying to send it to my other laptop. Here we go. It's coming now. All right. Should have done this beforehand, shouldn't I? All right. Okay. Okay. So enticing a child. So this is, so there's 2 counts of enticing a child. So he pled guilty on both. So confinement, 2 years, Texas Department of Criminal Justice. 2 years for that. So yeah, it's just enticement. And then there's a whole bunch of like confidential stuff there. Presumably because it's relating to children and custody and stuff. So yeah, it's enticement, but it's not a sexual offence. He was trying to set up. Yeah, he was trying to set up her mother. Yeah, he was. And this is back in, I think it was 2000 and, can we read it? It's very small print here. Can't read it. I think it's 2008, if I remember rightly. He said, let's go fishing, maybe set her up by the lake. Maybe. So where is she then? And why did he lie? I've got a bunch of stuff on my phone. I'll transfer it all over. And then I have it all on my laptop. So Cassie, her mother, was arrested in 2021 for failure to vaccinate. I mean, what kind of charge is that? Failure to vaccinate. So there's been quite a discussion on the Facebook group about what that means, but apparently it's about vaccinating an animal. Because I mean, we don't have that offence in the UK, right? If you choose not to vaccinate, like either yourself or an animal, that's up to you. There's no crime. It's your choice. However, people from Texas said that it's to do with rabies. Yeah, so there you go. Morgan's just said it. It's to do with rabies. So if you've got a pet, you're meant to vaccinate them for rabies, which I guess makes sense if rabies is a problem in that area. Like, we don't have rabies here. Rabies doesn't exist here. Because any animal coming into the country has to go through quarantine before it can be let loose, or it has to have a health check. Because my auntie and uncle used to go over to France and Germany and stuff a lot before. Well, they don't now, but they used to, and they used to take their dog. So the day before they travelled back, they had to go to a vet, like in France, in Calais, before they got on the ferry, and the dog had a full health check, or else she couldn't travel, or she would have to be quarantined at the other end. So yeah. Why do I feel that he was setting her up? I discussed that this afternoon, but I think he was going to try to make it look like Audrey had run away with Cassie, or Cassie had kidnapped her, which makes me concerned that Audrey was harmed on the Wednesday night. And it makes me especially concerned that they're asking for camera footage from 3 a.m. on Thursday. So it leads me to believe the cops know he was out and about in the night, and they want to know his specific route. So who failed to vaccinate what? So Audrey's mother was charged with failure to vaccinate. So we think it's to do with rabies, like failure to vaccinate an animal against rabies. Yeah, Adam Montgomery playbook. Yeah. So it seemed to me that those text messages were him trying to build up some kind of record that he was trying to be helpful, and he was trying to work it so that Cassie would agree to meet, maybe, I don't know, wherever, and then he could claim that he dropped Audrey off with Cassie, and then Cassie ran away with her. How do we know that he wasn't planning to get rid of Cassie as well? I mean, that's obviously out there as a massive speculation, but how do we know that wasn't his plan? We don't know anything at the moment. He said, let's go fishing, maybe meet by the lake, by where you live. So maybe she lives by the lake. I think everybody in Livingstone lives by that lake because it's a huge lake. So yeah, he was trying to get Cassie to meet them, like giving like this fishing scenario. And then what he was telling people on Facebook before he got arrested was that he went fishing on Thursday. So, I mean, obviously, that it's all just speculation. We don't know what he was planning. We don't know whether Audrey went missing in the morning or whether some harm came to her on Wednesday night. And the person who maybe could give some indication of when she was last seen by anyone other than Steve McDougall, presumably would be Grandma. So again, where is Grandma? So if Dad was on a boat, and some people are saying that Dad came home on Wednesday night, but that's just what some people are saying. Again, that's just massive speculation. But presuming Dad's still on the boat, right, out somewhere, offshore, wherever, on the river somewhere, and it was just Grandma and Stephen at home, well, Stephen's story to law enforcement that he took her to the bus at 7 a.m. is bogus because she never got on the bus. So where is Grandma? When was the last time Grandma saw Audrey? Because if Grandma, let's say Grandma works, you know, long hours, did she see Audrey at any time on Wednesday? So how far back can we go? Now, presumably, Audrey was at school on Wednesday. We have reason to believe that Audrey was at school on Wednesday. So, were the last people to see her the people at school? Did Grandma see Audrey after she got home from school on Wednesday? If she didn't, then she was on her own with Stephen McDougall all the way from her leaving school to now. So, Grandma, I hope the cops have got the full story from Grandma. We don't need the full story. We just need the cops to have the full story and for them to have a timeline. Something very terrible happened. It did. Now, whether that something terrible was foul play, as in a murder, or was it an accident that he's now trying to cover up? Could have been an accident that he's trying to cover up. So whatever happened between her leaving school on Wednesday and now. But, well, and 7 a.m. on Thursday when she should have got on the bus, but she didn't. So I just find it very, very interesting that they want people to give them camera footage from a specific route from 3 a.m. It makes me wonder whether they have that Chevy, this one, Chevy Suburban on a camera, like at 3 a.m. and they want to track that route using other cameras. That's what I think they've got. I think they've got CCTV of that car out and about in the night, and they want to trace its route. That's what I think. But at the moment, it's all just guesswork. But we do have a little bit more information than we had before the press conference. The backpack, it is true that her backpack was found. I wish I would read what Cassie wrote. I haven't read it all myself. It's an absolute essay. I don't think I've even screenshotted the whole lot of it. It's just, I'm going to have to sort out all these screenshots that I've got on my phone, because I was just like, I went screenshot mad this afternoon. So I'll read a little bit. So this was yesterday. So my daughter was ripped from me by her father and his family a while back, and I have been denied any type of contact in any way, even refusing my rights of visitations with her, with threats to my life from her father and family. I've been stacking up my proof of such hopes to take her father to court with enough evidence of her being kept from me that the judge wouldn't deny me the custody I fight for. Stephen is a stranger amongst other random strange men that have been allowed to live in the home of my daughter. Stephen was left in charge of Audrey as her babysitter when her father goes out on the boat to work, because the father's mother, grandma, is heavily mentally unstable and doped out on her mental meds 24/7 and cannot care for her or cannot care for herself. This is all information I've retained from other people around the family. If anyone they allow in their home speaks to me in any way, they are instantly cut off and never allowed. Hold on, do I have the next one? Okay, never allowed to set foot on the property or around any of the family members again. Now, recently, Stephen started to message me about Audrey like he wanted to help her see me. So we know this. We've seen these messages. Cassie put them out. Okay. Last night he messaged me. So this must have been Thursday night. So last night he messaged me trying to convince me to come alone without my fiance to a park around the corner from my home to meet up with him and see my daughter. He insisted Audrey didn't like my fiance and she doesn't even know him. Red flags are flying high to me at this point, but I play along with the idea in hopes to get my daughter in my sight and hands after school so that I could call her father myself to come and get her from this man. I was only trying to keep her father from pressing false charges or giving me further backlash or my daughter further backlash for being around me. He talks about all the chaos they put my daughter through at that home, and he isn't the only mouth I've heard these things from. Well, he tells me he's taking her to school this morning, so presumably Stephen, and then coming to me with her after school. I realised that wasn't the case, and I message, I guess today isn't going to happen, which is true. We've seen the message. And have a good day. Well, my fiance tried to contact her father directly due to me being blocked from, I think I've got one more screenshot. Okay, blocked from all ways of communication with him to let him know something wasn't right about Stephen and the whole situation. At 7 p.m, her father's mother goes to my fiance's mother's home in the same neighborhood as they live. Okay, as they live. This doesn't make sense. So at 7 p.m., so this would have been 7 p.m. Thursday, her father's mother, grandma, goes to my fiance's mother's home in the same neighborhood as they live, claiming she is missing and never got off the bus. Her father received a message from the school at 1 p.m., saying that she wasn't at school, and he didn't even attempt to contact the bus until 5 p.m. They didn't contact the law until after 7 p.m. Well, it was a bit earlier than that. We heard from the cop earlier, but he said he didn't want to get into it. How do you not notice your 11-year-old daughter hasn't made it home from the bus for 3 to 4 hours? Stephen said he was taking her to school, and then when she came up missing, he all of a sudden was taking her to the bus stop. Things don't add up, and why did he push so hard to try to get me to meet him alone? I need answers, and I need my baby to come home. This man clearly knows what's going on or where my baby is, and I know this in the pit of my stomach. So that's one essay. There's more posts as well. I've got one more here. So this is in response to someone else. So she's writing in response to someone else. So this person, she's writing to someone called CP. And yet the father knew she wasn't at school, being notified at 1 p.m. and didn't even contact the bus barn till 5 p.m. and didn't call the cops till 7 p.m. Just because you're a friend to him doesn't mean you know anything. So CP must be a friend of Dad's. If she was in my custody, she wouldn't be left unattended or around men she shouldn't be with, nor would she be missing. I've never had any type of issue parenting her. He just had mommy's money to buy her in the courtroom. That's absolutely heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And I do believe her. At this moment in time, I do believe her. So Dad was home that day. Well, this is what people are saying. This is what people are saying. Something about he gets home on Wednesday night. But I don't know. This is, I mean, he could be on the boat and they've been able to contact him on the boat. You know, they can get signals on boats. I think he's on some kind of river boat. I don't think he's in the middle of the ocean. Has Dad spoken out? No. He's put a message on Facebook, as has Grandma. But no. Cassie's been on the news. So the woman who's been denied custody is appealing on the news. The people that Audrey's living with are nowhere to be seen. I've got a problem with that. I really have a problem with it all. I'm not happy. No, Dad's not a suspect. No, Dad's not a suspect. And I'm not saying Dad is a suspect. I'm not. I'm saying that if Dad was at home, well, did he see Audrey on Wednesday night? If Dad's on the boat, if Dad genuinely is on the boat, then he's got absolutely nothing to do with this current situation, with her being missing, right? Because he's working, he's on the boat. He's assuming that his mother is looking after her granddaughter. So we go back full circle. Where was Grandma on Wednesday? Where was Grandma on Wednesday night? Anytime after Audrey would have got out of school and 7 a.m. on Thursday when she was meant to get on the school bus and she didn't. Where was Grandma? Where's Grandma? We've got a missing Grandma here. I'm sure she's not missing. I'm sure the cops know exactly where she is. And as long as she's given a very full and truthful account to the cops, I'm happy with that. But why on earth she let a lowlife like Stephen McDougall anywhere near her granddaughter, I've got no idea. Why do people think that any Tom, Dick or Harry can look after their kid? Why do they do that? Why do they do that? Maybe I was overprotective. But I don't know you. If you're not family, or I've known you as long as my family, you're not looking after my kids. You're just not. You're not looking after them. Wasn't Grandma mentally ill? Well, according to Cassie, she is. She's got problems, but it's to do with drugs. So I don't know whether she's got an actual diagnosis, but it seems to be all about drugs. Why are all of these cases about drugs? There's one common denominator in pretty much all of the child cases that I'm covering right now. Drugs. Not quite all, but most of them. Summer Wells, we've got drug problems. Harmony Montgomery, we've got massive drug problems. This case, we've apparently now got more drug problems. And probably Michael Vaughan is the one that I could say, no, he was abducted and it had nothing to do with drugs. It had to do with lowlifes, monsters being in the neighbourhood that night when Michael just happened to go and play on his street on a summer's evening. He's about the only one I can think of where drugs isn't an issue. Oh, Lena. I don't think drugs was an issue in Lena's case. Anyhow, yeah, but drugs feature so much. Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, we played Grizzy Hood News earlier. What Miguel said to the media. We need to unplug the world and reboot. That would be a very nice idea. Very nice idea. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Shortly. I'm just going to do one more round to see if there's anything new that's come out. What time is it in? So it's going to be like 20 past 3 in Texas. So we've got the news channels now saying what was said in the press conference. So this is a good summary for anybody who's just come in who didn't catch the press conference. All you need to do is rewind, and the press conference is in this stream just earlier. So we're learning more about the disappearance of 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham. Texas DPS, what's that? DPS, says Don Stephen McDougall, he's known as Stephen, 42. Oh, he looks older than 42. Is the sole person of interest. He was arrested Friday on an unrelated charge. McDougall is being cooperative at times. Investigators also found a child's backpack near the lake, Livingston Dam. Police now need your help if you spotted this 2003 Chevy Suburban on Thursday or Friday. The vehicle is now in police custody, where it might lead to clues. So the Chevy Suburban is this one, this exact vehicle. and they want trail cameras from or dash cam or ringed up any camera that you've got. If you were in that area, Livingston area, so between Livingston and the dam, that area, I'll pop the map back up as well. So if you were anywhere around this area, so you've got Livingston, which is here, this area, anywhere around here, and the dam, they want camera footage from 3 a.m. on Thursday. I will get that map up again. I'll take a screenshot of it so I don't have to keep playing this thing. Okay, so this is the map. Oops. This is the map. So you've got the dam down here, and then you've got all this area. So anywhere in red, if you live anywhere on this red route here, then they want your cameras. They want you to check your cameras from 3 a.m. on Thursday. So I'm going to screenshot that. So it's quite a big area. So it's further out than I thought. So it's all this, all around here, all the way down to the dam, all this area. If you're in that area. So it's quite a few miles. And I think it's because they've got that Chevy Suburban on camera and they want to know exactly where he went. Because I think that will lead to Audrii, either Audrii or evidence, more evidence. It is huge. It's a huge area. It is huge. So he may have been out all night disposing of evidence with no idea. What year is the vehicle? 2003. So this is the vehicle. So you need to be looking at your cameras for a vehicle like this. 2003 Chevy Suburban. The registration number, I think I've got that in my screenshots. Because a news person put it out. All right, so maybe I don't. Hold on. I've also got screenshots on my iPad as well. No, I don't have it on here. But I think it's A5850, and I don't know whether that's an 8 or a 6, 3. But a dark blue Chevy Suburban. They're quite distinctive, aren't they? So that's what they want. From 3 a.m. on Thursday. Because you never know, they might have this vehicle like doing they might have it near the dam, then they might have it on this big road here. You know, they might be looking in the right place, or he might have deposited items here, and then Audrii might be somewhere else. We don't know. Have they checked the home and camper for evidence of a struggle? I'm assuming that that house has been gone over with a fine-tooth comb. I'm guessing. Polk County, Texas has it posted on a banner. Yeah, that's what I screenshotted earlier. I just don't have it on this phone. I'm going to get all my screenshots all into one folder so that we know where they all are. I'm just not organised. Yeah, it's nearly 9:30 my time. Has anybody said she was definitely seen in the morning at all? No. No. We've only got Stephen McDougall's word for the time that is on the Amber Alert. This is what I'm saying. We need to know if Audrey was seen by anybody else other than Stephen McDougall after she left school on Wednesday. Because whatever happened possibly happened Wednesday night. Something terrible happened between the time Audrey got home from school on Wednesday and 7 a.m. on Wednesday. Something terrible happened, whatever that might be. So we might really have taken Audrey fishing Wednesday evening. Possibly. Possibly, yeah. This is why we need to know whether anyone else saw her. But he is the cops' only suspect. So they don't think Dad's involved. They don't think Grandma's involved. Not at this current time, anyway. But still, where were they? If Dad was on a boat, well, he's got a genuine reason as to why he wasn't looking after Audrey, because he works on a boat. But Grandma is meant to be the custodian here. Grandma and Dad are her custodians. So where was Grandma? If Dad was working, then Grandma should be the one looking after Audrey, not some lowlife. You hear a helicopter going over you, going towards Livingston. What time did he start messaging Mum on Facebook? I don't know. I don't know whether there's times on. I'm going to have to go all the way back to find them now. But I don't think there's times on. There are some time. You know, Facebook messages are weird, aren't they? Okay, so these are them. I think. So there's times on that one. So that was from Thursday. Okay. Oops. Gone the wrong way. So much on here now. Right, we'll start here. There's no time on it. 11:33 is the time this screenshot was taken, but it doesn't mean to say it's the time the message was at. No time on that. No that. No, it only gives you a time when you've been not speaking for ages. And then it gives you a time. So no, there's no time on Wednesday. The school did call, Dina. The school did call. The school called at 1 p.m. to say that she wasn't there. But they didn't bother reporting her missing. Show her Amber Alert picture. All right, we'll show some pictures of Audrii. That's a nice clear picture. Blissful Nescence. Welcome to the Secret Agents Club. I thought you were already a member, but maybe I'm wrong. Whatever she's got there. Oh, it's to do with Barbies. Going the wrong way. That's Stephen. What an absolute muppet. Look at him with his swastikas.
This is Deputy Michael.
Okay. This is the Amber Alert. So she's 11 years old, white female, blonde hair, blue eyes, 4'1", 75 pounds. Last seen wearing a black hoodie with white lettering, camo backpack, black pants, and black high top tennis shoes. But that information comes from Stephen McDougall, as does this last seen. So I'm not taking anything that's on here, apart from her basic information, as accurate. So find some clear photos. There's more pictures of Stephen McDougall than Audrii. We need pictures of Audrii on here. That's a nice picture of Audrii. Rabies was a thing at one time in the UK. Yeah, every now and again there's a case, but we've not had any cases for years and years and years. Thank you, We Are Dust, for the £1. That's very kind of you. The swastika tells you everything you need to know. Exactly. Am I aware there's a video of Audrii giving Uncle Steve a tattoo? Justin Frawl just showed it. No, I'm not aware, but okay. Yeah, I hope he never sees the light of day again. Do they do house checks on SA registers to make sure no kids are in the home or nearby? When there's a missing child or a missing person, generally, registered sex offenders are some of the first people that they go and visit. I was trying to draw attention to message from Tracy. What's Tracy saying? Tracy, what are you saying? So Tracy Jones said it. So it's possible he did something prior to texting mum. Yeah, absolutely. I'm wondering whether something drastically bad had already happened and he was creating his alibi or trying to engineer a situation where he could set Cassie up. Like, she believes that she's been set up, and I believe her. I believe that he was trying to set her up. whatever idea he had in his head, I think that was all a plan. There was all a plan. Is the other guy Audrey's dad? No. No. I can show you, Dad, though. Hold on. Let me just get rid of some of these windows. Got too many windows open now. Just a minute. So that's his message. My daughter Audrii Cunningham is missing. She did not make it to the bus this morning. Contact me and the police immediately with any information. Oh, cute doggy. Okay, this is him. That's Dad. Was she in Dad's custody full time? Yes. And according to Cassie, his family were denying her visitation. I wonder if she had a cell phone. Who? Audrey? I don't know. There's no phone been mentioned. Not by anyone related to the family. No speculation about a phone, and certainly law enforcement have not mentioned a phone, so we don't know about that. So who was McDougal friends with in the family, Dad or Grandma? As I understand it, it's Grandma's house. So presumably Grandma. I don't know, is the honest answer. Yeah, the Suburban has been impounded. They found her notebook with send help in crayon. Where have you heard that from, Devil Doll? Oh, thank you, Ozzy. Gifted a membership. Thank you so much. And Mike, you've got the membership. Welcome, Mike, for 1 month. Thank you so much. Every time you say Cassie, I think of, yeah. We had this situation with the laundries because Brian Laundrie's sister's called Cassie. So I ended up calling her Cassandra because every time I said Cassie, I ended up with Cassie running to me. She's not now, she's older. Like, she was only a puppy then. So every time she heard her name, she'd come running. Whereas now she doesn't care. She just thinks, oh, it's that clown again. Notebook found by a searcher near backpack. Page in notebook said send help. Where are you getting that from, though, you guys? Where are you getting that from? Because if it's somewhere on this Facebook page, I've no idea what's real, what's not. It turns out that the backpack, all the speculation about the backpack was accurate. But that doesn't mean to say that everything on here is accurate. So where are you getting that from? What's this all about? Killer confesses to murder. No, where do people get this stuff from? People make stuff up. Dawn, thank you so much. Gifted a 1 membership. And Whiskey Boots. Whiskey Boots, you have got a membership. Courtesy of Dawn. Welcome. Thank you so much, Dawn. It's very kind of you. So where are we getting this information from? What? This is on my radio app. Lake Livingston area streaming. Killer confesses to murder of Audrii Cunningham. Recovery continues. He hasn't confessed. Unless law enforcement tell me that he's confessed, he's not. There's no evidence that he's admitted anything. I'm going to play the press conference again for those of you who didn't hear it, and then we'll call it a day. So I'm going to play the presser one more time. Just let me find it though. I don't know whether to play it off the same channel or play it off a different one, because their audio, KHOU, their audio isn't great. But we'll play it. It's only 8 minutes, so we'll play it again for people who have only just come in, so that we know exactly what was said, and we're not running with speculation too much. Speculation's fine, but let's make sure that we know what speculation and then what law enforcement have actually said. Where is Grandma? That is the $6 million question. Where is Grandma? Right, we're going to play this press conference one more time. It's only 8 minutes. So if you've just come in and you haven't heard the presser, then listen up. Hold on.
Lieutenant Craig Cummings, CRAIG, CUMMINGS, a spokesperson with Texas Department of Public Safety. And today we're here to provide updates on the search for Audrii Cunningham, the 11-year-old who went missing on Thursday. I'm here joined by the Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton, as well as members of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Lieutenant Craig Finnegan. And I also want to make the mention that we have countless investigators and analysts that are out here assisting as well in multiple locations throughout the county and throughout the area looking for Audrii. Sheriff Lyons was not able to be here this afternoon, but I want to reiterate he is actively engaged in marshaling the resources that are needed to bring Audrii home. He did ask me to thank all of the volunteers who have been so helpful during this, all the businesses that have been just nothing but exceptional. The dive teams, it's cold out here, all the investigators, the Texas Rangers, the FBI, also the FBI as victim specialists who have been with the family. Also want to thank the District Attorney's Office and EquiSearch as well, who was out here. I can say last night that investigators searched several locations throughout the area looking for Audrii. Unfortunately, they did not find her. That's the reason why the search continues this morning. This investigation is very fluid. However, I can say that we ended up identifying a backpack yesterday at the dam that is consistent with that belonging to a child. And so we are going through those contents right now to evaluate what's in that. And although I mentioned yesterday, we have persons of interest. Today, I want to announce.
So that was all that was said about the belongings, that a backpack was found. So not that a notebook with "send help" was written on it. So wherever that came from, that's not been said by law enforcement. So let's just make that very clear. Did they check the house? I'm absolutely positive that that house will have been gone over with a fine-tooth comb. How old is Grandma? I don't know. But Blissful Essence gifted 5 memberships, and Cherished, Lobo, Mike Jetson, Devil Doll, and Kate Breton Drone Pilot. That's a mouthful. Welcome. You get 1 month free Michelle After Dark memberships courtesy of Blissful. So thank you so much, Blissful. You've made us all blissful by being your usual blissful self. Thank you. Can't hear very good. It's not great audio. It's okay, but I have my audio turned up, and I've got my boom audio booster on as well. So try earbuds. Okay. So backpack was found. However, we don't know that there's a notebook with "send help" written on it. Not been said by law enforcement.
So we have one main purpose, one main person that we are looking at right now as a person of interest, and that is Don Stephen McDougal, 42 of Livingston. He was arrested yesterday for an unrelated aggravated assault charge. In furtherance of this investigation, we're asking for the public to call the Polk County Sheriff's Office or use our iWatch Texas app to report seeing the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban that we put out on X this morning. That is McDougal's vehicle. So anyone that saw that vehicle on Thursday or Friday, we're asking that you call the Polk County Sheriff's Office, use the iWatch Texas app, and report what you saw to investigators. I also want to announce that we are very thankful for the Polk County Crime Stoppers for offering a $7,000 reward for tips leading to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrey's disappearance. And these tips can be anonymous. I also want to say that we are hopeful that we can bring Audrey home alive, and that's what we are absolutely working for right now. But based on the evidence that we've got, we understand that foul play is a factor as well. So with that, I open it up for questions.
Lieutenant, why was McDougal taken to the 59 Crazy River?
That's part of the ongoing investigation right now. Our investigators remain absolutely committed to finding Audrey. And so I don't want to get into those investigative efforts, but they're absolutely ongoing.
You know, if that thing was found in the water or
I'm not sure where it was found. Our investigators are looking through that now, but we do know it was right down there in the dam and it was wet.
You mentioned that you all found it near the dam. About the area by the marina, how closely related is that to the church site over by the river?
So where we did the press conference yesterday, the bag was found down there by the river there.
Any additional evidence found along the Tillington River 59 that you might think is
We're not giving out additional information on that right now. Again, we are looking at this as a criminal investigation as well. And so we have to protect the integrity of that. And again, I want to reiterate, our sincere hope is that we bring Audrey home. So anyone who has information, who has seen that vehicle, the 2003 Chevrolet Suburban, please call investigators and give us your information.
Is McDougal cooperating with you all?
I would say that there are times, but I don't want to get farther into that right now. Our investigators have done a great job in doing what they do best, which is uncovering the facts that leading them to draw conclusions, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
Do you all have control of that vehicle right now, or is it still out in your hands?
No, we have control of it.
Is McDougal still in custody?
Yes. Yeah. He was arrested last night on the unrelated aggravated assault charge.
On a more, I guess, personal level, the scale of something like this has to be a tough one for law enforcement, for the community. Talk a little bit about how you all are holding up and how you guys are using this law to kind of push you forward in this work.
You know, I think that brings up a great point. Everybody is committed. They realize that Audrey was loved by so many folks, and that is the driving force for us to get answers to bring her home. But it certainly resonates through the law enforcement community. Many of us have kids on how this can happen. And so we are working exceptionally hard. Investigators from many agencies that are out here and nonprofits that are out here to bring Audrii home.
Can you shed any light on the timeline between the time that the father was notified that she was not in school and the report that she made?
We can say about 5:30 on Thursday is when she was reported missing. I don't want to get any further details than that. I want to protect this investigation so that our investigators can do what they do best.
Does it feel wholesome that she never made it to school or got any bus?
Right. Yeah. She did not make it to school. That was the reason why the father, the family became very concerned, and she did not get off the bus.
Sir, it's going to start getting darker in a few more hours. Until what time are you guys going to be actively searching for Audrii?
We were actively searching throughout the night last night. And so I would surmise that if the evidence is driving us that far, the investigators that we've got are dogged. They are absolutely committed to finding Audrii. And so if there's a reason to be out here at night, that's exactly what they're going to be doing.
Were there any other items that did not come?
There were other items that were found, but we're not getting into what those items were. That's all part of the investigative effort that we've got ongoing right now. With that, I don't want to get any farther than that. That's certainly, we're looking at all factors. And so our primary focus and hope is that we bring Audrii safely home. But we also realize that foul play may be a factor. So we're just considering that in light of the Crime Stoppers reward. So that's where we're at right now. But I want to thank everybody for being here. We will continue to provide updates on X. If more information becomes available, we'll certainly hold another press conference to keep the public and y'all informed. Again, thank you for being here.
Okay. Purple AJ gifted 5 memberships while that was playing. And now I've completely lost the list of who got them. Hold on, I've got it back. 0723 Trinity, Brian Keys, In the Bushes, Diane Marie, and Queen of Ravens. You are members, you are secret agents for 1 month, courtesy of Purple AJ. Thank you so much, Purple AJ. It's very kind of you. This notebook thing, I'm not considering that verified because look, anybody can pick a notebook up and write send help and say that it came from the riverside. So I want to know whether this notebook was muddy, was it wet, was it in the backpack, how was a picture of it found? So I'm personally, just my opinion, not believing that unless it comes out from law enforcement. Why would they let a monster watch over it? I don't know. I don't know what's up with these people. I did find this. A little bit more speculation here. We're getting reports that Don Stephen McDougall has confessed to the murder of Audrii Cunningham. Police have stopped using the open radio and have moved over to cell phone communication. So these days, just because you get the verified symbol doesn't mean to say that you're genuine. But anyway, this account is largest missing person page on Facebook. Media has permission to use our flyers. So I don't know. Let's have a look. Well, I don't know that you are the biggest people on Facebook, but anyway, things like that, don't run with it. I'm saying that these are the speculations. I'm using this as an example of the speculation that's out there. All I'm saying is don't believe everything that you're reading right now or seeing right now. Because anybody can get a tick, anybody can get a verified symbol, anybody can set themselves up and write stuff, right? Thinking that they're going to get some tweets and stuff. So just be careful with the information that's out there and what you can share. I mean, look, share stuff by all means, but make it clear and keep it clear in your head. What is a rumor? What is a speculation? What is potentially deliberate misinformation? What has been shared where people think it's genuine, but it turns out it's not? Just be careful. And then keep the facts that law enforcement have said first and foremost, and gauge everything against what law enforcement have said. So we know the backpack's been found. We know that there are other items that has been found, but what we don't know is what those items are. And we've certainly not got any confirmation that a notebook with "send help" has been found. Like we've got no confirmation that Stephen McDougall has confessed. Anybody can write anything. Anybody can put a picture of anything on the internet. So there you go. Just saying. Oh, I didn't even share that, did I? So this missing people of America, just because they got the verified tick, they're hardly very big. So just be careful. Only one suspect. There is only one suspect, yes. Only one suspect, and it's the dude who has swastika tattoos. It better not be an Odinist, or else I'm gonna freak the hell out. If this dude is an Odinist, I'm gonna freak the hell out. I've had enough Odin for a whole lifetime. Oh, so Cassie's made a post private. I don't blame her, honestly. I don't blame her. Because the internet be crazy at these times. The internet be crazy. Anyhow, I am going to go now. Genuinely going to go. He doesn't have tattoos on his head. Listen, if he's got some kind of Thor's hammer or an Odin symbol tattooed on his face, I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and sit in a darkened room for a good few hours to deal with that one. Odin's been busy. Did they find her? No, not yet, Mickey. If you rewind a few minutes, I played the press conference. I've actually played it twice. I played it at the beginning of the stream, and I've just played it again for those who were late to the party. But we do have a little bit more information than we did earlier on. So it's now going to be 4 p.m. in Texas. So the sun's going to be going down soon. Another done it. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's clever. That's very clever. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. If he was an Odinist, law enforcement would be covering for him. Yeah, true. All right, I'm going. So thank you all for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow with any more news on this case. I'm sure there will be more news on this case coming out maybe while I'm asleep, but I won't be tuning in while I'm asleep. I'll be fast asleep in the land of Nod. But thank you all. Thank you for the donations. Welcome to the new members. Thank you to those who gifted memberships. And I'll see you around. Thanks to the mods. They all done it. They all done it. Done it. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.